Hello, vlog for the 26th of February. Friday night. I think it's about 11:45 p.m. I'm diurnalized now. So maybe I'll get to sleep in a little bit. I was diurnalized pretty much for a few days there, maybe like a week or something, I don't know. But now I'm starting to creep a little bit towards, staying up later at night, later during the day. I think last night I was up working until 1 in the morning, and then I got up at like 9, something like that. Didn't have a heater for a couple days, and that was like difficult. But then I got it fixed. The guy's gonna come back and fix it for sure, I guess, on Monday at 10. I've been hanging out with my mom last couple days. She's been busy helping people. So she hasn't had time for me to go over there and help out with her house or go on a walk or whatever, but which is giving me plenty of time to work a lot on my site. Today I went over to the pet store and got some crickets, and I looked at their bearded dragons. They were selling these little ones that are like 2 inches long for $80, and then they grow up to like 2 feet long. And I guess they live like 20 years, and it takes them like 3 years to get that big, but I could totally make a habitat. I have a perfect place for habitat in my fireplace. So I was like super tempted to set up the fireplace by replacing what's in there, the dirt, because you can't put pesticide dirt. Maybe my mom has use for it in her garden. And then replace it with sand, I guess sand. And, putting wire mesh around it and lights, but I don't have time for that. I'll do that whenever I get around to it. I'll have time for stuff like that when I'm like not working on the website all the time and just trying to exercise all the time. So I do balance better, so maybe later on. Plus it costs money. I'd have to make sure I have the money for it. That won't cost that much, but it'll make you kind of like more stuck to your house. If you want to go travel, you'd have to, put a whole bunch of like crickets in there, I guess. I don't know. When I went in there, they said that they would take them back if you can't take care of them. So anyway, they just look so cool. They look so smart. And I kind of don't mind just staying stuck in Boulder anyway. My mom's getting older. Hang out with her. It's a good time to have some pets. And not to have a car, just hang out here all the time. So, for the last couple of days, I didn't do my video yesterday because I was just too, stuck on my Google Earth stuff that I've been working on. I was working on, I think the last time I did the video, I was working on the Mountaintopia page, which is like the fantasy world up in the mountains to help just get some really cool shots, like video shots, image shots of like cities and buildings up in the mountains, and these big mountains that look really cool. And also just to help make it a more interesting place to go and travel around, and also become familiar with the sizes of everything and even history, because I use real life historical buildings up there. So it's the project of Google Earth that I'm the least far ahead, and I looked at it and it was just totally unorganized. So I was just like, whenever I get to a situation like that, I'm like, oh, whatever, cool time to kind of take a detour, take a break, and just sit here for a couple of days. You fix it. I was working on the Mountaintopia page for I think this is like my second full day. So 2 days ago, day before yesterday, I think I finished the day, working on it. I got started on this big, the Flat Irons of Boulder project, which I'll finish later. It'll have like 1,000 of them. But I got started on it. I did good work the last couple of days. Moved ahead. Organized the Flat Irons, with little houses on there, which I every day. And adding some sizes to everything that I have there. So, So, today I was just like tying up loose ends on it, like the ski resort area wasn't organized at all and the size of everything. And now I'm doing text tents, naming and placing the tents. You have to like do it from the left side with the name because you can't click on the actual Google Earth because with this just little lines on the tents is too small, so it takes a little bit longer. But and I needlessly 170 of them numbered them. I didn't have to do that because I'm gonna have to number them again or whatever. If you want to get done with this kind of project, you have to be smart. You can't be like stupid and overdo things and stuff. But so I do make mistakes time to time, but overall I'm pretty good. I think at the end I'll finish my project. So I've been super distracted watching the war in Ukraine. I haven't been able to study anything because I'm just like glued to the Ukraine, and now I'm like studying like history of 20th century Russia and stuff, and now dictators all over the world, and yeah, I guess I'm a little bit bummed. Yeah, it's kind of sad, the whole Ukraine thing. But I was there in 2010. I spent a couple of days there in Kiev, and that was one of my favorite cities countries I've ever been to because they were so friendly there. Especially the women. The women are like unbelievably friendly there. Like you can't even believe it. And also they pose for photos. Like they have like they're cute. They have like their own little culture. And then the beach in Kiev and the river that goes through. They have these like really big beaches, like just as big as like on the edge of a city of the ocean. They basically have like ocean beaches there, stretching the whole line of it. It was pretty cool. I didn't go there, but I saw it from the other side of the river, and there were a whole bunch of people. Right there in the downtown area. Yeah, that's a nice looking historical downtown area, really ancient. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I was just doing all these different organizational stuff. It was the page on Google Earth that I'm like the most far behind on, so whenever I see anything on my website or Google Earth, it's like way far below in development than everything else. I have a natural inclination to just sit tight and kind of get it caught up because I can get it caught up rather quickly without really thinking about it because I've already done everything else, so that's what I'm doing. But hopefully by tonight, or maybe tomorrow early, or first part of it, I'll finish up this. There's a different rounds to do, but I did a good chunk, like 3 days, 2.5 days. I did so much, you know what I mean? So I'm in a section on my website now where, I'm dancing around. Instead of spending like 3 weeks or whatever, 3 months on something, I'm only spending like 3 days or whatever. And I'm far enough along where I can spend a couple days there, and it's so it's progress being made, and I don't yeah, it's fun. It's kind of fun, but it kind of makes it a little bit harder to do the videos every day because I'm just like I work like all the time, Like I don't have enough time to do the video, which is stupid. I should do the videos, in the future. I'll be happy for myself for doing the videos that are every day, and like not happy for the ones where I skip too much. The project that I'll do after Mountaintopia, of course, after this Google Earth. The reason that I was getting stuck on it was because I had to get the stuff to a level where it has all the information that I'm going to want to have it on the website, so I don't have to make it twice. And I wanted to have the size in acres of everything that I had on there, so that's why I've been doing this, getting stuck over. But I finished with the acres, and and then I was like, well, why not just finish the other thing? So I finished the acres things, and so now I'm working with naming all of the tents, and then the maybe even organize better the different runs, the lifts. I was doing the lifts just with the names of them, but I think I might go back there and organize them in the first part of tomorrow, and then put it up, and then it'll be ready to do the page. So I can just copy the names that I did and just paste it right on there. I'm not going to do the links yet. That's later. But because I'm at the stage right now where I want to make stuff look better quick, you know. So if you just make it, paste the words on there and not make the link, you know, save time, move forward. So yeah, and then I want to make that page. Maybe that take a year is to do, and then after that, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Google Earth stuff that I like have been working on that's not even linked. But I'm not in a hurry to do that. I'll just, you know, they're just kind of hidden here and there in the other Google Earth stuff. So I'll just find those and bring them out and stuff, like the nuclear bombs and things. But after this, yeah, I think I'll get going on the like Rome page. I don't know. I just bounce around. It's cool, but I'll stay it with the Rome Google Earth. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, if I keep making good progress like this, at this point, I'm thinking, fuck it, just work all through the year. You know, the last video I did, I was like, my mom wants me to get back in shape. I'll do that pretty soon, like in the middle of the summer. But now I'm like, fuck that. Like, as long as you keep making progress like this, just keep working, you know? Even if it's the rest of the year, but yeah, so I'm on a good roll right now. So anyways, I think I'm gonna get back to work. Oh, I ran out of weed today. A couple of days ago. I think it lasted like 3 days. Can't even remember the exact day. Maybe it was day for history, but I got $10 worth of weed. Just had $10 in my pocket, and I got the shake, which I don't want to get that anymore because it's bad for my lungs. It makes my lungs feel bad because it's like a bunch of the crap that's in there, like seed husks and stems or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I was getting kind of high, and so now I'm kind of sobering up. And I think it's like the 26th, so I want to go the rest of the month without buying or smoking any weed. We'll see if I can do that. Just to let my lungs heal, my tolerance come back. Good to let your tolerance come back, and then, of course, main reason, save money. My rules are only to spend $100 a month on weed. So, when the first of the month comes around, I go over there and I get like $100 worth of weed, you know, with their discount or whatever. And then that lasts like, you know, the first part of the month, and then I'll have like another $10 left over because like maybe I didn't get $100 weed. I got like $85, and I have like $10, and I get another $10, and then all of that gets me $100 gets me up to like the 25th of the week or the month. You know, it's not like weed's like expensive these days. So yeah, that's my rhythm. So yeah, make it good habits. Keep it moving forward on a roll. And I hope hopefully one day I'll find stuff that I missed, that I've lost. I built a bunch of stuff on Google Earth that I've since lost because I never got a link to the site. So yeah, got my work cut out for me, but happy with all the progress. So anyways, I was listening to this really interesting book. I finished it because I have Audible, you know, and every month I listen to my new Audible book. Last month I got Raw Law of One, Volume 2, and I still haven't finished that. There's still like 8 hours left. But this month, just a couple days ago, I got this book called Generations by William Strauss and Howe. They wrote The Fourth Turning. They wrote this book, Generations, about all the different generations from the 1450s or something. And the book's 23 hours long, and it was fascinating because they're talking about all the different generations, like all the different, everything about them. It makes me want to, like, just talking about it makes me want to listen to the book. But I was listening to the Raw, and then I started listening to this free book, The Mueller Report. But I can't really concentrate too much on stuff if it's not totally captivating, interesting me when I'm working, because I have to lend enough of my attention to that. So it has to be something that's already really interesting for me to follow along. And that book was, and I might want to just go back to that. It was crazy interesting. I think I might want to just listen to it over again. Like, listen to it over and over again. That's one of the books you would want to listen to over and over again. One of those guys is still alive. One of them died, but the guy Strauss, he's like really old, but he doesn't look that old. The guy's a fucking living legend, dude. Those guys are like geniuses. That's what I consider to be the highest level of intelligence, when you can like talk about history and all the different, because they're talking about causes and effects of history, you know, and they're doing that. Anyways, enough talking. By tomorrow, hopefully, yeah, I'll be done doing this Mountaintopia, and I'll be working on the webpage of it and hopefully making progress. Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow.